Hi, everybody. This is Michael Redden with the Redden Law Office, and coming to you again to talk about another topic that's come up a lot lately. It comes up quite a bit, actually, in estate planning. Um, the topic I want to talk to you about today is, using family members, especially siblings and things, as the trustee of any of your trusts. Whether it's your revocable living trust or that trust that's left behind for uh, your kids or your heirs to have access to the funds you set aside for them. Just kind of think about this piece. Usually we are asked to come up with a few different kinds of roles when we do an estate plan. We're asked to come up with that personal representative who, if there's any kind of probate things, they're going to, administer the probate estate and essentially hand out the money or the property to the other people. Then there's the trustee. The trustee is different in this regard, okay? That personal representative, they're a temporary kind of thing. Once we've gotten through probate or once we've collected the assets and handed those things out, that position goes away. A lot of times when we look at the trustee, they could be there forever, or they could be there for till they're 30, till they're 35, till they're 40. I don't really like those stage distribution requirements at those age groups that they cause other problems. But the point is, that trustee is going to be around for a long time. And that trustee is going to have power over the finances and over your legacy you're leaving behind. And they're going to come into play at a very emotional time. Your children, if they don't get along together, they're going to have a stressed and strained relationship. They're going to wonder why the other person was chosen and not them. Why these things were put there? You may choose them a lot of times because maybe they're older, maybe they're at a different stage in life, they're married, they're settled down, and the other child isn't. Or maybe the other child actually has problems with money and problems with other things. That's going to kind of nag at them and eat at them. And they're going to start to resent possibly that sibling because every time they need something now, they have to go ask that sibling's permission. And that sibling has to make that choice of, do I give it to him or not? And do I tell him why? Do I explain myself with it? That can cause a lot of strain. Additionally, what usually happens is that person just says, I don't want it. That's a hot potato. I don't want to do it after mom and dad are gone. And even if they don't, the beneficiaries a lot of times have a right to replace the trustee. So they may even replace them. I'm not saying it's not going to work every time, but a lot of times that's just setting up a situation where it's not going to work. You may not want to go with a bank or some big corporation because of their costs and things to be the trustee. But you might want to choose someone who isn't that direct blood relation that they kind of view as their peer, as being someone who's going to have power and authority over them. It could be a lawyer, it could be an accountant, it could be someone else, it could be a family friend. I'm not as concerned really when it comes to the aunts and the uncles, but that sibling relationship, that close relationship, that is really strained with that. And it just sets things up so there could be resentment and hard feelings later, and you really want your family to stay together. And I really go off that principle of, let's set something up that's really going to have a good chance of succeeding, not something that we know there's going to be strain, we know there's going to be tension and problems, unless we just kind of have to. And some families, that's the only person you have, that's the person you can think of, and it's not appropriate to find or pay for a professional to do it or a bank to do it. But if we have that option, we'd prefer not to do it. And that's why I tell my clients, think about some other people that might be there. You might have to think for a while, but you really should have someone else there.